right, I suppose I'm live. Huh. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yep. There you go. Norbeez is. So. All right. Well, let's see how many people show up. I don't even know if anybody will show up, but you know, I was going to start this show earlier, but I got very distracted by Chicano Tube and Nino America. They had a great live earlier. They started at 6. Go check it out. They spoke on some really good issues, and it's always interesting when I see them talk with each other. It's always interesting hearing Chicano Tube and what he thinks about what's going on now, and then listening to Nino America. Nino America is getting very popular right now. Shout out, hey, what's up, Danny Boy? JDG, what's up? And if you missed it, I was just, saying I was supposed to do this earlier. I'm figuring out this new program that I'm using right now. It's called Video Ninja. This is a program that I actually showed Sonny from the Streets Ain't Loyal how to use. Only because StreamYard it asks for a lot, and I try to look for something else that that would compare to StreamYard, so that you could have lives with other people in ways of using it in the same way as StreamYard. So there's a program. It's not actually a program. It's an online based program that just like StreamYard, you could use it, but it's a little bit more technical than StreamYard. I don't know how many of you guys know how OBS works. OBS is a little bit more technical, where you kind of have to figure out some of the things and fine tune it to the way you want it to be. Like, for instance, right now, I have to fine tune the whole green screen behind me so it could look the way it does, and I could look the way I do. But this one is mostly because I'm trying to figure out to get people involved. I don't know if you guys seen that Chicano Tube had what do you call it? He had damn it. He had the panels. And I think some of you guys that have seen my channel, if you remember, I was inviting people also to join in the conversation, because I really want to hear what you guys have to say. For the most part, like I always told you guys, this channel was mostly based on talking shit about people that like talking shit, and then also involving you guys. You guys are the ones that make up all these channels. You guys are the ones that build them up. You guys are the ones that tear them down. So, Ben M, salutes to you. And definitely salutes from Boy Heights. Yes, sir. Uh, AKA East LA in the movies. That's right. That is right. I mean, it's crazy that Boy Heights is definitely in a lot of movies. I mean, a lot of things have happened. It has quite the past. And I'm glad you brought that up, because today the high schoolers went to go protest today. And I thought that was pretty great. I enjoyed watching the youth, carry that torch of that is East LA, Boyle Heights, where we practice our rights to protest. They definitely did that today. You guys saw it in the news. Those kids definitely deserve their praises, because they're doing things that the ones before them were doing also, which was protesting, telling the people that, we don't like the way things are going, so we need to change it. And a lot of people think that that we're trying to get, I'm only hearing this from one person, which is Nino. Shout out Nino America, that we do this for empathy. I'm 100% sure we have never done these protests for empathy. If anything, we do these protests to tell you, look, we are a big crowd. We are a big community, and we don't like how things are. So we're going to protest, and we're going to show you that we are a movement, we are a power, and you're going to have to listen to us. We don't need your sympathy. We don't need your empathy. We need you to change the rules, or change the laws or the policies to make us happy. Somebody said that these kids and even the people are acting entitled. I don't think we're acting entitled at all. I've never seen us entitled of anything. We've always fought for what we have. We've always had to, go to court for what we have. We always had to change policies so they don't keep bringing us down, because that is exactly what keeps happening to us. They keep bringing us down. They keep making policies to destroy us. And when that happens, we show up. For the last 3 days in LA, we have been protesting. And you know what? I love it, because when we do something here in LA, the rest of the country follows. And that's the one thing that people don't understand. People have not understood yet. When we start gathering and start making movements, we're the rock in the pond. If you guys understand that meaning, when they throw us into that pond, we create ripples. We create ripples throughout the entire nation, and we start trends. This is LA. We start trends. They listen to us, and then they copy us, and then we get things changed. We change the country for us. I don't want to sound cocky in a way about it. I don't want to say that we just have it like that, but history has shown that what happens in LA happens to the rest of the nation. And some of it is good and some of it is bad. But for the most part, I can definitely say that we have made a lot of changes as far as our community, as far as our people, and we're going to keep doing it. Are we entitled? No, we're not entitled. Well, I don't know when we'll ever be entitled. Maybe it'll be the day when we finally take this whole land back for us. That's when we'll be entitled, probably. But for now, it's really just us making sure that our people get treated right. Because we work hard. Our people work hard. And right now, it's a very delicate time, because we're at that same moment where Cesar Chavez, instead of uniting all us brown people, he just created division. And I mean, no disrespect to Cesar Chavez. He did what he did, and he up north with the Farmers Union. And I got a lot of respect for him as a businessman, as somebody that's for our people, for the culture, for the community. No, he didn't really do a whole lot for that. He really did more for unions. He did things for workers. He didn't really do things for the people, because, I mean, when you look at those old interviews, he really disliked immigrants coming in also, and he didn't want that. And that's understandable, because they would work for a lot cheaper, and nobody wants to lose their job for somebody that's going to, accept a cheaper pay. But that's the thing about us, it might be cheaper pay for them, but for us, that'll help us send money back to our families that are starving. I mean, let's face it, the Mexican government for many years have been very unfair to the pueblos, to the people. I mean, you could say a lot of people had to leave because it was getting bad. It's been getting violent. We get mistreated in the cities by the politicians, by the elite, because Mexico definitely does have its elite. And for the most part, they are European Mexicans, and they've been there for generations. And they're the ones that create these words like pocho. They're the ones that create words that put us down when we go back there. Shout out Nina America. Shout out HCP. Shout out Lisa. Shout out Ken, Ben, Jose, Danny Boy. Well, I think I already said Danny Boy, but there you go again. Our Red Dog. Shout out to all of you guys. But like I said, for the most part, I want to say that I'm definitely proud of those kids, because they're taking up the mantle. The mantle that started an incredible movement here in East LA, where we saw brown people take positions of power. And again, I'll remind you how we did this. We didn't do this just by marching. We did this by creating creating, what would you call it? I don't. Well, the better way of saying it right now would be like a what you would call a Costco. I think they're called like clubs, some sort of club. We created these. Did you like it? We created a program where we invited the community to be part of this club and pay a monthly fee. With that monthly fee comes very inexpensive items that most people would use, like toilet paper, soap, detergent, food, cheese, things that they would need in their home, but they would buy it at a cheaper price by joining part of this club here in East LA. And with that, the Raza at that time, were able to accumulate a good amount of money to the point where they were able to use this money and not only keep that club, but at the same time, create a credit union. By creating those credit unions, they were able to give out loans to Mexican Americans that for the most part were not getting loans from, white banks in LA. I mean, if any of you know the history of LA, you know that they really didn't give any of us, loans to buy a house, to start businesses. I mean, the majority of the business here in East LA and the homes owned by Mexicans were from these credit unions that were giving out these loans. The one in this credit union even was the bank that actually gave out the loans for the houses that were built in Chavez Ravine. Which later on got torn down because the Dodgers and the city of LA came to a deal to trick the people there and, kick them out of their place and not give them the money that they told them they would have agreed to give to them. So for the most part, like I said, in that aspect that happened today, I'm very proud of those kids for taking up that mantle because at the end of the day, you know what? We don't get a whole lot out of these marchings. We definitely make a point and we definitely spread the word. But what we need to, yes, the CSO, thank you, Ben. The CSO credit union is definitely the most important credit union that was started by Raza, by Mexican Americans here in Boyle Heights in East LA. And what an incredible history. If you guys have the time, check out the CSO because the CSO is what pretty much gave people like Cesar Chavez the opportunity to go up north and start his own movement. And this is why I tell people, because somebody told me that I don't know any Cesar Chavez history because he did a lot up north. And I told her, I know he did a lot up north, but do you know who he was before he went up north? He was here in LA in Boyle Heights with the CSO. He was working there. And he left it. But for the most part, I want to say that I really would want to see our people go back to that, where we start building clubs for our people to go and shop at, give out loans to our people to get houses, to get businesses. And at the end of all that, we can put our people in these political offices where we can really do more changes. Not the federal, though. I would definitely keep us from the federal because the federal, our people get lost and we need to fix the state first because California is a mess. California, we really do need to get rid of all these Democrats. I cannot stand the Democrats. They've done so much damage to California. It's incredible. It's incredible how much. I mean, it's not only the damage, but it's the perversion that the California politicians, the Democrats, have done to this state. And I wait for the day where these guys are out. Shout out to Nino. But yeah, for the most part, that's one of the things I wanted to talk to you guys about. It's been happening for the last 3 days, and I hope that we do start this trend where we don't only do marches, but we really start thinking about how can we really empower our people? Not everyone. All right. Nino America says, Norbeez, we won. Trump is not going to change. I think the protests are useless. You know what? And Nino America, this is what I say. the marches are a step towards realizing that we just can't do marches, because marches are good. We bring up a point, and we bring light to the issue, and we reach out to people we don't normally reach out to, because not too many people normally would hear what's going on. But we can now express ourselves, and the whole world can see us, not just the US, but the whole world. I mean, you hear messages from all over the world praising these marches and getting the message and getting the support. That didn't happen before. Before, they either kept it suppressed, or it only stayed in the US. But now with the internet, these things are going all over the world. The people are seeing that these brown Mexican people in LA are protesting. What are they protesting about? So they're going to do their research, and they're going to see why they're protesting. I have no issue with deporting people that break the law. I think I said it with Chicano Tube that as far as I can see right now in Los Angeles, the people that are getting arrested are mostly people with a criminal record, not people that, came here illegally, but actual people that broke the laws, and mostly with drugs, because the DEA, only focuses on drug cases. So anybody that you see getting pulled out individually, there's a good chance that they might have some sort of case, drug-related case, that got them arrested. But I would definitely go against deporting people that actually, contribute tremendously to our society. I don't think anybody can deny that, a lot of immigrants that come here for a better life, they're mostly into either landscaping, babysitting, or I think it's babysitter, or another word, or construction, or work in the fields. For the most part, they're here to make sure America runs. I mean, honestly, I don't know what America would do if those people weren't here. I can't really see myself watching thousands of Americans going to these fields, picking these fruits and vegetables and herbs, and packing it all up. And I mean, these guys work so hard, they have to pack it up. The more they pack up, the more they make. The less they pack up, the less they make. It's incredible how they work in the rain, in the heat, in the snow. I mean, they don't stop. They make sure you have watermelon in your home. They make sure you have carrots. They make sure you have apples, oranges. They make sure you have avocados. Everything that you eat, everything that you see at the grocery store that's fruits and vegetables, they make sure that you get those at a good price. Because let's face it, if they let Americans get that, we're not going to do that job for $2 an hour. We're not. We're going to ask for $30 an hour to do that job. And we're going to ask for benefits. And then all those fruits and vegetables are going to be extremely expensive. And then maybe, just maybe, we're going to have to import all of those things just so that we won't have to pay the labor costs. Which brings me up to the next conversation about El Salvador, proposing to Trump that we should send our worst criminals over there to El Salvador. I mean, first of all, let's get one thing straight. We already did send a lot of our worst criminals there, which is why their entire jail is packed out with people that were actually from here, not from here, but they grew up here and they became gang members, and then we send them back to El Salvador without even telling the government, you might want to lock these guys up. No, we send them there and we let them loose on the people. We did a lot of harm to El Salvador. We definitely owe an apology to El Salvador for doing that. But it wouldn't be right for us to send our own criminals over there because honestly, it's a very bad situation to the point where, I mean, it's already a bad situation that they have so many concentrated in one place. If these guys were ever to break out, it's going to be hell. They're going to want their revenge and they're going to take it out on the people. The last thing we need is to send them more, more heavy hitters in there and then, make the country a lot worse. I mean, we still owe them a big debt for what we did to them, because even though the president there wouldn't admit it, he knows that we are the ones that obliterated El Salvador, sending all those gang members there and just letting them loose. It's it's something that, we definitely have to make up for. And I hope that we do eventually send, more help to them, but I am curious though. I am curious because I always wondered how the El Salvador president actually built that jail. I mean, that's a $100 million jail. How did he build it? Where did he get the money from? Now, the El Salvador president is now starting his 7th year. That means he's already been there 6 years. So I wonder, had this president had always had this in the works to offer his jails to us so that we could send our criminals? I wonder. Because it would be a very lucrative business for them to house our criminals and then, pay them almost an American price, what we would pay to house our criminals here in private prisons. It's very interesting to me. I wondered that. I do wonder if this was already pre-planned and it would have gone ahead had Trump won instead of Biden. And now that Trump's in and the president somehow still got another 6 years. So he's going to go for 12 years. So that's going to be interesting. I didn't think he would be able to go 12 years, but rules change. All right. So I'm going to put in the live chat a link to if anybody wants to jump in and talk to me about these things or anything else in general, and see if this program thing actually works. So right there, that's the link right there. And if you click on it, it should send you to a page. It's kind of like StreamYard. And you would put the same info as you would on StreamYard. Mind you, this is something new. I've never tried this program before. I taught Sonny how to use it from Streets Ain't Loyal. And I believe he might be having a hard time using it also. But, the only way you're going to learn is by doing it. So I'm doing it. So I wanted to learn. So that link right there on the live chat, if you wanted to jump in, you would click on that and it would send you to Video Ninja and you could pop in and say whatever you want to say. For me, I don't care. I accept everybody. I'm not looking for a certain person. I'm actually looking for you guys, the public, because, as much as I love all these guys that are my fellow YouTubers, I have the most fun talking with you guys because, like I said, without you guys, we wouldn't have anything. We wouldn't have channels. We wouldn't have views. We wouldn't have likes. We wouldn't have comments. So that's the link right there. Anybody that wants to jump in and test this thing out with me, it would be cool because then I could jump into that and then, I want to see if it works. That aside, so let's see. Let me go ahead and read the live chat over here. All right. Let's see. HCB says no one should be burning anyone's flag. You know what? That's a big issue right now about the flag burning. And like I told Mikey on Chicano Tube, I told him, you know what? It wouldn't be America if they didn't allow flag burning. I mean, you could. I've seen many of flags burn, and definitely America has always been one that has always been burning. I mean, if it's not these times, I mean, I'm pretty sure down south during the Civil War they were burning American flags. I'm pretty sure they didn't like that flag, and I'm 100% sure back then they burned it also. Later, the South would end up becoming Democrats. But that's the American way. You know, this country was founded on rebellion. This country was founded on betrayal. Let's not forget that the 13 colonies was part of the UK, if not England. It was part of that. They hold loyalty to the crown. That was it. That's American history. But what happened? They didn't like it. They knew that the king was on the other side of the ocean. They didn't have to listen to him. So what do? They rebelled against England. And I'm pretty sure they burned the English flag. This is nothing new to American history where flags are burnt. It's happened before. It's going to keep happening. I know people will feel disrespected about it, but this is just history. This is just American history. We burn flags. If it's not the American flag, it's the English flag. If it's not the English flag, it's the French flag. Even the Mexican flag gets burnt. That's just how it goes. Should it mean anything? No, I don't think it means anything. Should our rights mean something? Yes, of course. Our rights are the ones that are really the most important. I mean, our Constitution is the most important. Our Bill of Rights is more important. Those things are definitely things that you can't really spit on. That's the real America. For me, that's the real America. Those laws that are in place are the real American. It's the real America for me. Let's see. Nina America says, how long will y'all live in the past? Can I burn the Mexico flag? Yes, of course. I mean, for me, look, I wouldn't take it as an insult, Nino, if you burn the Mexican flag. I mean, if somebody does, then they really got a lot to think about, because burning a flag doesn't really mean a whole lot to me. Burning the Constitution, yeah, burning the Bill of Rights, okay, maybe I'll get a little upset about that, because those are the laws that protect Americans. I mean, let's face it, that flag is being twisted so much. I mean, even the black American flag. Why do you have a black American flag? That's not the American flag. Why do you have a blue American flag? That's not the real American flag. You know, it gets perverse. I mean, you have all these new organizations that manipulate the flag. Not even, European Americans like the American flag. They change it. They change the color scheme. They change the design. I wouldn't get upset at a flag burning. I mean, like I said, America is based on burning shit. That's just what it does. America, you say, what do I stand for? You know what? As far as what do I stand for, I want to say the people. I stand for the people, just like here. Like I love all you YouTubers, but at the end of the day, I love the people here, the live chat. I love them. They're the ones that I talk with. They're the ones that tell me what they think. I mean, I love all you YouTuber guys that we talk with, that I talk with. But for the most part, I definitely want to say I stand for the people. They're the ones that are important to me. They're the ones that I need to make sure they're right. And if I got to explain to them why they shouldn't be upset over the flag getting burned, then I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to tell them, you know what, that doesn't represent America. That's just textile. That's just a piece of material. The laws of this country is what makes America. That's what makes America. And I'll tell you this, Nino. When Trump tried to take away the 14th Amendment, I do believe it's the 14th Amendment. I would definitely say that's anti-American. For him to try and push to take away birthrights, which is in the Constitution, I saw that as treason. I saw that as a mutiny. I saw that as a president that's abusing his power and trying to take away the laws that make this country great. Everything that makes this country great is in the Constitution. Mind you, I do feel some of them should have been amended, but for the most part, the core ones definitely need to stay there. And birthright citizenship should always definitely be there. It goes hand in hand with the freedom of speech and the rights to bear arms. And look, Nino America, I got to tell you, man, there wasn't a Supreme Court when that was created. There just wasn't. It was just the founders, all of them signing this, agreeing to this. They even put in there that if the people didn't feel that the government was upholding their morals and their ideals, that the people have the right to dismantle the government. Which is one of the reasons why that Second Amendment was there. You really got to think about it. Why would the founding fathers put that we have the right to bear arms? You know why? Because they knew at a certain point in time, this government will be corrupted. And at a certain time, we will have to protect ourselves from our own government. Because think about it. Who were we going to bear arms against? I mean, it came in handy when the South decided that they wanted to take over and be a Confederate country. That definitely helped out. That, we already had those laws in place where everybody had guns. But like I said, these are the roots of this country. It was always rebellious. It was always anti-government. It was always anti-establishment. And nobody can really deny that when you look at the history. When you look at the history, America has always been rebellious. I mean, look, when those Texans, those white Texans from the U.S., which were actually southern people, southern whites, when they went crying to the U.S. government saying that the Mexican government was taking their lands, raping their women and taking their lands, the U.S. said, no, we can't have that. We can't have that. Knowing that these Texans owned slaves, they still went ahead and went up against Mexico. And then what happened? Well, Mexico lost that land because a bunch of Texans that were, not even Texans, a bunch of Southerners that were invited by the Mexican government to start a business in Texas decided to cry wolf to the U.S. government, which started the whole thing with the Mexican-American War. But that's just America. That's how America's been. Rebellious. Not only rebellious, but they conquer. They take. It's the American way. So when you see these people that, they want to take, they want to conquer, they want to change, they're really just practicing the American way. And that's why I say for you not to do that is very un-American. But if you want to counter that, feel free to click on that link over there and join me. Let me add it again. Yes, as I find this thing, there it is. But yeah, that's why I stand for. The people, because that's what America is supposed to stand for. The people. Do you even like Trump? You know what? I like Trump when he's not a politician. I like Trump when he's on TV, when he's partying, when he's helping communities, when he's actually with the people. When as a politician, as a president, a lot of people can see that he gave up on a lot of those things because he had to. You know, I truly do believe that he, in somehow, some way, does want to help the country better itself. But like I said, the country. Now, the people that's something else. I'm not too sure how to answer that. Okay, so it looks like I got my first guest. So let me move over here to this scene. And I guess they're already in. Can you hear me? Okay, hold on. All right, so I transfer. No, they're already there. Somebody, whoever joined, can. Oh, okay, and they're gone. Never mind. All right, so I guess they couldn't hear me. I could see their TV, but they didn't say anything. All right, so I'll go back to this scene. All right, so the link is there if you want to try to jump in there and talk to me about it, or or talk about anything in general. Jump in there, talk, just talk whatever you want to talk about. All right, so I definitely got off track to where I was heading towards, but for the most part, I'm happy that these things came up. Shout out Chicano Tube, shout out Enrique Ledesma, shout out to all you guys. I mean, you guys are great, and you guys are here, and we're here to talk. Let's see. I hear small, frugal, and limited government. We voted for this. Trump loves America. We voted for this. Trump loves America. Yeah. You know what? I won't say that he doesn't love America. I definitely truly believe he does love America. What if Norbeez gets deported for eating fake Mex food, which is Taco Bell? That's never gonna happen. I'm telling you guys. Here, if a white guy does tacos, is it not still tacos? Is it still not Mexican? I want you guys to give me that answer. It was all about the slaves. Yes, when Texas managed to convince the U.S. to come after Mexico, yes, it was about slavery. It was the Texans, the white Texans that were invited by the Mexicans that cried wolf. And I don't know. I want to say tricked the U.S. government into attacking Mexico or fighting Mexico, but who knows? Maybe Mexico had this plan this whole time. Who knows? Maybe that was just a way to get in there. Because I would definitely say, had the U.S. not taken those territories, Mexico would definitely be in a much different place right now. A much, much different place where they would be extremely wealthy. Extremely wealthy. And I say that because when you look at the super rich of California, the California royalty, they all got rich off of the oil, the gold mines, the silver mines, the copper mines. They got rich off of all those things. They became godlike figures in wealth. Now, had the Mexican government known that all that stuff was there, pretty sure they would have fought a lot harder. Had they kept it and eventually found all that stuff, I'm pretty sure this world would be a lot different. But like I said, people, it's all a waiting game. It's a waiting game. We will eventually overpopulate the country, where we will be the majority all over the nation. And when that day happens, our children will be in power. Our people will be in power. And something great is going to happen. And I told Mikey this on his channel when I went live with him. It's not going to be the United States of America. It's going to be the United Countries of America. Because okay, it looks like I might have a guess, but it's only audio. And let me see. Let me see. Hold on, guys. Hold on. This is so weird because I don't know if their audio is going through, but and I can't really see if their audio is going through. But let's see. A person that's in my room. Oh, that might be it. All right. Apparently, there's somebody in here, and let's see. I don't know if they're talking or not. Again, guys, I just started using this website, so I'm not too sure if it's how to work completely. Yeah, because apparently there's somebody here, but like I said, I can't hear them, and nope. Guy that's in my room, come back again because they should be popping out somewhere around here. Sorry, guys. I'm like I said, I'm still learning how to use this correctly. They should already be here, or at least added to my thing. Well, they've been in there for a while. 2 minutes so far. All right, guy. Whoever tried to go in here, try again. All right, sorry about that, guys. Like I said, it's new to me. I'm still trying to learn the kinks on this thing. Let's see. Brad Pitbull, shout out to you. You said Norbeez streaming from Guantanamo Bay. That's crazy that they're using that place again. I mean, I'm surprised the Cubans allowed it, but then again, we kind of own that piece of land right there. And when I say we, I mean the U.S. Jaime, it's an evil portal. Let's see. Lifestyle of the broken homeless says screw Trump's politics and the Dems will clean up his mess after his term. But if he gets us in a war, there's no coming back from that. I don't know. Biden got us in a lot of wars. I'm not too sure if
Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
that's going to happen. Okay, so apparently I do have audio,
Yo, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
but can you guys hear it?
Can you hear
Because
me?
I can see that
Can you
he
hear
is
me, bro?
talking now. All right, now I don't see that he's talking anymore. And he's gone. Sorry, guys. I'm still trying to figure that out. Actually, you know what? Let me test it out on myself, actually, just to see if that even works. Because I'm a little confused. Ah, crap, not this one. So you're probably going to see me twice just because I want to see if I could actually see myself. Okay, so I'm right there. All right, so it definitely does work because I'm pretty sure you guys can see me now and this is from my phone. So I don't know why I'm not getting I think it's only the audio. It says not visible. That's weird. Okay, I'm a little bit dumbfounded about it, so let me get out of this. Okay, so at least I know you can see the person. Now, can you hear the person? I don't know. It should already be on there. So that's so weird that we can't do that. All right, I don't know who's trying to jump in here, but try to put a name on there. You should let you put your name, and then you know what? Let me try it again because I really want to find out how why you can't hear.
Yo, yo, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yo 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 yo. Let's see.
Yo, can you hear me, buddy?
So you guys can see me right there. Yo yo yo
I
yo yo
mean,
yo
the education
yo
is
yo.
gonna close those gaps
All
in
right,
kids.
so that's definitely not helping.
Spectral
All right,
use.
so I should be able to hear myself, but I
In the
don't know,
Norbeez.
which is a problem because that's literally what I need to figure out is how to hear myself. And it's not happening. So clearly I need to figure out how to use this program a lot better because it's not picking up my audio at all. Oh, then again, that might help. All
All
right,
right,
so
so
apparently I
apparently I
did turn
did
on
turn
my
on my
mic now,
mic now,
so I
so I
should be
should be
able to
able to like
hear
hear
myself,
myself,
but
but
I
I
don't.
don't.
I probably
I
should have
probably should
tested
have
this
tested
out
this
like
out
a lot of
like a
times
lot of times
before I
before
started
I
doing this.
started doing this.
Let's see.
Let's see.
I didn't even know there's
I didn't even
different
know there's
scenes.
different scenes.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
All right, so
All right,
it's
so
definitely not
it's
that one.
definitely
So I'm
not
just
that one. So I'm
pushing a
just
bunch of
pushing a
buttons
bunch
that
of buttons that
maybe would put me on
maybe would
this
put me
thing,
on this thing,
maybe not.
maybe not.
Or,
Or
again, bear
again,
with
bear
me,
with me,
guys.
guys.
I'm
I'm
really
really
just
just
what's the
what's
word?
the word?
Winging
Winging
this
this
completely.
completely. Let's see.
Nope,
Nope,
nope.
nope.
I
I
don't.
don't.
Do you
Do you
guys hear
guys
an
hear an
echo?
echo?
Let me know
Let
if
me
you
know if
guys
you
hear
guys
an
hear an
echo.
echo.
We
We
hear
hear
you
you
on
on
both
both
feeds.
feeds.
Oh, you
Oh, you
do.
do.
Great.
Great.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me get
Let me
off
get
of
off of
this.
this.
I think the only problem here is that I haven't figured out how to actually listen hear you guys. I think that's the only problem here. Where hearing you guys is it's that's the issue here. Which I don't understand because I should be able to hear you guys. You so you do hear the echo. Okay, great. Great. So I I have people, but I should have been able to hear myself, but I didn't. Because you guys say that you guys heard the echo, but I couldn't actually hear myself in there. So that's the part I got to figure out. How can I hear myself? And I might have to do something with over here. Let me just again, guys. Thank you for being patient with me because I am really trying to figure this out. All right, so it might be this guy right here.
Yo, Norbeez. Norbeez, can you hear me?
Let me see.
Can you hear me, Norbeez?
All right, well, it says right there that we're good on that part.
Hmm.
The only problem is I can't seem to hear myself.
Norbeez, can you hear me?
It's very annoying. Because if I could hear myself, this would work out a whole lot better for me.
Norbeez, can you hear me, Norbeez?
But let's see.
Norbeez. Norbeez.
Well, at least I'm trying, guys. 'Cause I know somebody, I don't know who that is that's trying to get in. And my apologies that I can't seem to make sure that we could hear you. But again, this is just me testing this thing out. Because if I could learn how to use it, then everybody else that wants to use this program can use this program also. It's called Video Ninja. And let's see. Okay, forest mono audio. I don't know if that's it, but all right, for the most part, it doesn't show me. I can't really hear anything. Okay, I could definitely see that somebody is talking, but let me see if it's because I gotta adjust the audio here. Oh, shit. Can you hear me? Whoever's in there? Hello? Guy that joined the room. Can you hear me? I can hear you. Okay, guys. So I figured it out. If you want to jump in there, I think it should work. Because now I figured out why I couldn't hear myself. But just to be certain, let me test this out by going back in here. And if I could hear my own echo, then we're good. All right, guys. So if I could hear my own echo. All right, we're good. So if you want to join it, you should be okay now. All right, guys. So, and this is exactly how you learn how to do these things. You just do it. I mean, most people would say, you know what, fuck this program, I'm not using it. It's complicated and it's difficult. But, you fuck around with things that you learn. That's how you learn. You get your hands dirty and you fuck around and push a bunch of buttons, and one of them is going to eventually work. So this is my advice. Even though something might get frustrating to figure out, just push everything until something happens. Because something eventually happens. So if you do want to jump in here, you're more than welcome. I figured out the problem, why I couldn't hear you. Now I could hear you. Let's see. So let me put up that link again. And my apologies for all that echo. I didn't figure out how to hear the audio. Now that I did, we should be okay. And you guys, I should be able to hear you guys. Shout out to the Hip Hop Jedi. He is also a producer of this channel, and he is helping me in the text messages. So, Jedi, I got it going. Thank you, man. And again, one of you guys help me out and jump in here, and let's make sure that it works for everybody, not just me. All right, so let me go into the chat. I see Risky Business is in the chat. What's up, Risky Business? Good to see you. P-Dog. Irony Fisticuffs. And let's see. Filthy Rich. Wait. Why oh, never mind. I'm looking at the wrong thing. All right. Hit the link. No Diddy. Yes, sir. All right. So I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Oh, you know what? Everyone can hear him now, right? So that's great. That's exactly what I need. I need everybody to be able to hear them. Let me see if I actually have to put
Yo
myself
ando
in shades.
por.
Hey, you could hear me, man? Oh, yes. Okay, I'm going to take that as a no, but can you hear me?
Still to come, it's now
Hello,
up
hello,
to the
hello,
Senate
hello.
to confirm two President Trump's
Let me
controversial
see.
cabinet
Let me
upgrades.
see.
The
It
latest
says
from
no
that
audio.
depends.
Let me see if I could pick it off of this. Hello.
Here's a
All
look at what's happening in Austin, brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
right, hello. Can you hear me? Bro,
Hello?
can you hear me?
Yeah, you hear me?
Hells yeah. Yes, I could. Hells yeah. That's dope.
Yeah. Hey, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I was just calling in, man. Just try to help you out
No, thank
with
you. I
this audio,
appreciate
bro.
that.
Yeah, I ain't got too much to say. I just thought I'd help see if it worked. But
Oh, thank you, man.
como quiera, nothing but respect, bro.
Thank you,
Shout
man.
out
Same
to
to
you,
you,
man.
man. Shout out to you also,
Uh,
man.
Alrighty, homito. Buenas noches.
Gracias, man. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Ah, pues, man. Blessings. All right, that's great. So I could hear that, but now I could actually hear an echo. And now you guys can tell me if you could actually hear that echo. So there's a 20-second lag between me and being able to see that. So let me see if that was it. All right, guys, let me know if there's an echo in the live chat. Aside from that, I'm going to keep reading. Oh, actually, it's probably from this guy right here. Let me make sure. No, it says monitor off. Okay, that's good. All right, get some chicks to call in somehow. Oh, okay, so you guys don't hear an echo. Okay, great. All right, I could hear it, but that doesn't matter. If I could, no echo. Oh, thank you, Jedi. Appreciate that. So if you're not getting an echo, then we could proceed. I, on the other hand, have to figure out where that's coming from. It's not there. All right. Let's see. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, well. All right, guys. Well, I'll figure that part later. For now, let me go and look into the live chat and actually jump into the solo until somebody does jump in, and I'll use this feature again. There's always one thing that messes with the other. So clearly, I need to figure a lot more things out on how to use it. So I'm pretty sure at this point now you guys can hear me. So my apologies again for not being able to get all this thing straightened out. So it was definitely good. It's been definitely good practice trying to figure out this program here, because finally found the 121 gigawatts. Wait, am I still muted? Because I can see that I am talking. Sound now. Great. All right. Great. So my apologies to you guys for you guys being my my I don't know how to say it, but you guys were the ones that were helping me figure this out. because as much as I could do all this by myself without, anybody seeing me, I need people to tell me, hey, you don't have any sound. I don't see the video. It's coming out choppy. I need you guys to help me figure this out, because I'm literally learning how to use all these things like brand spanking new. Darth Vader, Nina put a spell on you, Lokes, with his Haitian looking. But yeah, so I clearly need to figure out how to use that Video Ninja more. But it's a really good program. I mean, let's see. I don't know if I could show it to you guys, but give me a second here. I should be able to show it to you guys. Let's see. I don't know if it's this one. Whoa, it's definitely not that one. Okay, so let's go with let's see, this one. I guess it is Google Chrome. All right, guys. So as you can see, that page right there to my corner. I don't know if you guys should be able to see it, but this is the program, the online program that's called Video Ninja. I want to use this because a lot of people tend to use StreamYard, but I'll tell you guys that don't really use that program. It costs money to use it. It's a web-based program, but you have to pay a subscription fee for it. So a lot of the content makers, they're not making YouTube money, and they're not making a whole lot to pay the $40 a month for StreamYard. And mind you, it does have I guess a limit towards the amount of time you could use it, like literally time, where they won't let you use it anymore. And then you got to pay the price. So I want to learn how to use this program primarily so I could share it to other content makers. Oh, look, you can see me and you guys can see yourselves. So I want to use this program primarily so that you guys can, if you guys do want to use this program too, you guys are more than welcome to use it. But for the most part, I want to use it so that everybody has the ability to pretty much use it for free. It is a free program. You can use it. And hold on, guys. I think I got somebody in. Give me a second. Here, and you should be able to hear me. Hello. We got it.
What's up, Norbeez?
Is that you, Jay?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hold on.
Can you hear me?
Hey, can you still hear me?
What? Say that again. Jay. All right. All right, Jay, you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Jay. What's going on, man?
Hey, how's that audio? How's that audio on your end?
You're coming in clear. You're coming in clear.
Okay, I'm trying out a little mic that I picked. I guess this program that you use is not picking it up.
Oh, really? Let me see. You know what's crazy about this
Hold on, give me
program?
a
It
second.
lets you choose what the other person is using.
That's probably what it is.
Let's see. Are you using the B350 XT or the UCO2?
No, the UC.
All right. It's going to send you a request to let me use that.
This is a
How's that
weird ass
looking?
program, bro.
How's that looking?
I mean, I can hear you loud and clear. I mean, as long as you can hear me, I'll work with this. That's fine.
Well, I could hear you too. I mean, you
Okay.
sound very clear.
Okay, great. Well, what's up, man?
Aki, man, just taking in all these marches that are going on. Have you seen them?
Yeah, I have, and
What are your
all right.
thoughts?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got you. I was just disconnecting this mic, bro.
Oh no, but
Um,
it was working. I'm pretty sure it was picking it up.
is the audio different now?
Well, I think right now you're like a lot more wider, whereas just a little bit before it was a little bit more condensed.
Okay, okay. Give me a second. Let me put it back in there. All right, all right.
All right, we're good.
Okay. Yeah, bro. So to what you mentioned, yeah, I have definitely been seeing all the protests and everything. But what I've also been seeing is people going against it, bro, and people changing the dynamic of the situation by throwing in monkey wrenches and pointing out, the you shouldn't fly a foreign flag bullshit.
Mm,
You know what I mean? And
yeah.
I what I say is, if you're not with the gente, then you're in the way. You know what I mean?
See, yeah.
And those that are not with the gente, you know, for us that are, we need to get them out the way. Like I said, just like that slogan says. But that's crazy, bro. That's crazy that you know. Uh, well, I wouldn't say our gente no more because they did a good job at weeding themselves out right through this whole ordeal.
Uh huh.
They're choosing their side, bro. That's another thing that I'm seeing. I don't know. I don't know if you see it, but the line is being drawn, and it seems like you have the Chicanos on one. Not all, of course, right? But
Yes.
um, I guess it's fair for me to generalize the same way that they generalize the Mexican people, and I speak solely for Mexican people because that's what I am.
Yes.
So what I see is I see the Chicanos on one side, and then I see the quote unquote paisas on the other side. I
Hmm.
mean,
Yeah.
is that the feel you're there in ground zero? But is that the feel that you get from this?
Yes, we're definitely in that situation, and I've said it before. We're in that state again where we could either some of the leaders out here, let's say the leaders that are more for like the Trump side, could start a movement where again we will be divided from our own people, meaning like Mexican people or raza in general that are not technically legal from here. But we're definitely at that point again where the Cesar Chavez of now have the opportunity to do the same thing that Cesar Chavez did and be a capitalist in a sense where business is more important than I guess you would say race, where
Well,
money is more important than race,
yeah,
where
and
the worth of your finances is more important than your own people.
well, let's also not forget that these people, they were saying vote with your wallet, not with your feelings.
You're right. Many have said that.
So that shows, throughout this, where it's like, y- uh, we just want what's best for our family, right? and screw everybody else. Now, this is what's crazy, bro, right? Because I see the same people that were saying protect the protect the women and children from the quote unquote woke agenda, right?
Yeah.
But it's the same people. Now, again, I'm not for women, for men in women's bathrooms, and I'm really, to be honest with you, bro, I think that you know anybody that's outside of politics, right? Because this is just a political fucking game. But anybody that's outside of politics, a sound adult would say, "Well, we're not for that either," right?
Right.
But these same people are okay with women and children being deported, being displaced from their home.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like so it's like I mean I can't be the only one that sees the hypocrisy from conservatives or from the right side,
Yeah.
claiming to want, like I said, protect the women and children, but now it's like, well, deport them, and it's funny that they hide under the law, but it's it's lawbreakers that are hiding under. I don't know, bro. It's just crazy to me, just seeing it from the outside looking in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's the hypocrisy, bro. You know?
No, no, I get it. I understand. I mean, especially with the laws, it starts getting very complicated. I mean, there's the new thing that people are spreading that, coming here illegally is not actually a federal crime. So you can't really call them criminals. It goes under a much minimal type of charge, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, and you know what? Look, honestly, I think if you ask the raza, if you ask the gente, without papers, the undocumented, they know, bro. They know that. Hey, you know what? Yeah, you catch us. We go to an immigration detention center. We fight our. If it's, again, speaking for the Mexican people, right?
Yes.
Um, they know the process, right? And
Yes.
but the difference with this administration is that the people right, and I said this before. The people right now, are being hunted. That's the
Yes.
difference
Yes.
because uh because states are putting up reward money for turning in undocumented people, bro.
You're right.
You know what I mean? So then you also have the people that say, well, um, you know, the deporter in chief, right? Just so we won't say the name, I guess.
Yes.
But they say, well, he deported more people than the current president. But then it's like, well, isn't that what you want? So like, why? Like, I don't get it, bro. It's like, why are you pointing that out to complain about it?
Yeah.
But that's what you voted for during this election. Well, I don't. It's just crazy to me, bro. Like I don't know. That's why
I mean,
politics
I could
is a
definitely
dirty
see a
game.
lot of people lately regretting, leaning towards there. I definitely see that.
Yo,
Uh, okay, we got a newcomer in here. Can you hear me?
can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah,
Identify
yeah, loud
yourself,
and
Hey,
clear.
buddy.
please.
Yes, sir.
Just gonna rename anonymous.
Okay, so you're anonymous. All right. Okay, so you were hearing what Jay was saying right before.
No, I just stepped in the room.
Okay, so he was speaking on the hypocrisy of the Trump supporters, and well, Jay, if you want to kind of explain it your way. Jay, Jay, you there?
I think he got busy or probably lost signal.
I probably did, huh? I could see that his
So what are you guys
signal.
talking about? Well, go ahead. Go ahead. What are you guys talking about?
Well, we were just talking about how things are going right now with Raza being hunted down now by the government, not by the government, but by certain agencies, organizations that are offering rewards to hunt down any illegal immigrant.
Right.
And
Oh yeah.
it's just crazy.
Well, see, the thing with that is you only could relate if that's happening in your immediate family, right? And that's the thing, the disconnection with people. If they don't really know what it's about, like if it's not their parents getting deported, but you might be Hispanic and Mexican, it might kind of rub off on kind of funny because we know our people come from, Latin America, Mexicans. We know our people from the past generation came from Mexico to America, right?
Yes.
So that's that thing with the disconnection because I'm Mexican American. I was born in LA,
Uh-huh.
and my parents came from Mexico though, but when
Yes.
they came over here when they were babies. So you know what I mean? It's
Yes.
just a whole disconnection from Mexico when you become like Americanized. I mean, honestly, it's like a lot of. I'm pretty sure a lot of us think. I mean, not that we don't want to learn that, but it's like we're here. This is where we're focused on, and we know we have better opportunity here and compared to Mexico. Mexico, it's a lot of politics, a lot of corruption, and people don't want that. Everyone wants to live normal. They want to be happy, not, it's like either life or death situation. That's like, no one wants to live like that. I mean,
No, nobody does.
and so that's a problem. A lot of people don't know what it's about. So they're just like, well, we're good. Our people we're making money. We got business. So they don't worry the same as other kind of communities. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But not saying across. And anytime, like for me, whenever I talk about stuff, I know it's like not across the board the same for everybody. Like we are saying, we know there's people that are people that make it,
Yeah.
but then there's some that don't, and that's the whole separation. Also, like you could be the same people, but if your economics are different, you're gonna just have a whole different outlook on things. You don't
That's
even
just
pay
how it goes.
attention to what. Yeah, and that's the thing. But obviously, you feel bad. You feel like, dang, you wish it wasn't like that. Harder for some than others, because obviously some people have that more of that guilt. But a
Yeah.
lot of other people just say, hey, you just got to work hard for it, and it might be harder for others. Maybe it's harder to open doors for some of us. But like you mentioned the other time, hey, create your own jobs, create your own doors, right? But
Yes.
just gotta find you gotta find where people are gonna want to help you, and it's out there. Sometimes we just don't know where to look, right? There's so many people out here, right? How do we know who's gonna help us or who's gonna just lead us astray, right? So
Definitely.
it's just
You're right.
a community thing, community, knowing who understands your struggle, who's really out there helping you with their work they're doing. I'm pretty there's a lot of people right now that are trying to help our people to feel like, hey, you can do it also. But you just
Yeah.
gotta find it, because there's a lot of groups out there that are that want to counter us, right? Because they want to see us take the business, right?
Right.
And that's what it's always been, a fight. I think no matter where you are in the world, it's always a fight for power, right? And sometimes that's when they say, hey, your focus is on the wrong things. You gotta don't let money control your heart. Let it be balanced. Be
That part.
spiritual. Try to be balanced. Yeah, it's hard to be balanced, especially in America, right? All we think is like, damn, money. If you don't have money, you're on the streets. So
Pretty
obviously,
much.
some people that make it, they don't want to go back to that. So
Yeah.
they become selfish to a point where they're like, hey, this is mine and that's it, and they'll do anything to keep it or hold on to it, right? They don't want no one messing with what they say what they built. But in history, there's been a lot of sketchy shit that's gone on, but I think that's just the revolutionary thing, man. It just happens all the time. It's a revolution all the time, the same shit.
That's how
But
it ends up.
and then there's certain generations where certain people, things change all the time. Every generation, every few hundred years, right? Different. I think it's just a system change too would be good. This whole monopoly thing and the game, it's good to change it up a little bit, but obviously you don't want to see people struggling, man. That's the thing. When you see your people struggling, that's when it hits your heart. When you feel
It
like,
really
yeah, my
does. It
people are
really does.
struggling, and yeah, because you feel like, yeah, I mean, it's just the way it is, or what can fix this? And that's always been the thing, the broken immigration system. That people try. There is a fix. If we
There
can make
is.
it to the moon, man, and have rockets, but we can't fix this system. That it's like You know, there's something up
Yeah.
with that. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff into it, right? A lot of money, right? So
Right.
that's the value of the dollar is what that mindset,
Pretty much, man. You're
So,
right.
but hey, man, like I said, it's positivity is the best thing. It's better to be happy in your heart and be poor than being like miserable when you're all rich, but you had to be selfish. You had to treat people shitty to be like that, to be rich and stuff. You have to make, and that's what people change, But
Yes.
to each his own, right? To each his own. Everyone
Yeah,
has
to each
their
his
own.
own. And you know what? We can definitely rise above, and we could definitely become better. We can all become wealthy if we really put ourselves fully into committing to getting to that place. It really is about choosing what you want in life. And if you could choose to pour yourself into dedicate your goals into being rich, you're going to be rich. It's going to happen. Hello? You still there, man? Jay? Anybody?
Yo, hello,
All right.
can you hear
All
me?
right, you're there. I lost you.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah, a lot of times, uh, people that are poor, they're the ones that really fight to be rich, right?
Yes.
Because they know what it means to be poor. So when they become rich, that's a lot of times that's a fire what people need to be poor, to understand that damn, like no one else is gonna do it but me. No one's gonna give me a handout. But it is tough out there. But that's part of the journey, right? Trying to
Yes.
find your place
That part.
and just listening to what I bought this thing. I forgot where I bought it. I bought it at some store. It's like a list of things how to live life. I think it was
Yeah.
from Gandhi or something.
Yes.
Gandhi.
All right.
And one of them, and one thing that I remember is stay away from negative places,
Yeah.
negative people, and negative sources. That's
Yes.
what it says. Don't follow things that, according to you, what you feel is negative, right? Because not everyone's view. Some people might see this podcast as negative, but
Yes.
not me. I think it's cool because I feel like we relate on things. So that's what I'm saying. To each his own.
Definitely.
Everyone, everyone has a different view. Like I said, compared to how you grow up and all that stuff. So.
Oh yeah, I
And
believe that.
where you're at in life, your experiences, right? You've seen how things are, the stuff. But at the end of the day, I think it's just better to be a good person. I believe in if you do good things, eventually good things will fall for you.
No, I
I
truly
believe in
believe
that.
that.
Yeah, even though things are crazy around you, just trying to be, don't just know that it's just as a storm that you're going through, and just it'll be worth it in the long run. Not
Yes.
meaning like, oh, I'm gonna be rich. It's all right. I'll be rich one day, but like that's what I'm saying about where your focus is. Everyone has a different drive, right? Like for me, I'm not a rich person, but I know because I have kids. It's all for the kids. After you have kids, it's all for the kids.
Exactly.
It's not about me. It's about what can I leave for them, because I'm already getting older. I'm already gonna be 40s.
Yeah.
So at this point, I already lived for myself. I feel now it's like, okay, I got to switch it up. Like what can I teach my kids, or what I've learned, things
Yeah.
like that, how to
Pretty
move,
much.
how to act, what to focus on. But don't
Uh,
force them into something like, no, you're gonna be a lawyer because we need lawyers. No, it's just like,
yeah.
trying to, how people, some parents force that thing on them, right? Like, be a doctor, that's it,
Yeah, bro.
right?
And you know what? I seen that in the
It's
Asian
different. But I
community.
feel
I
now,
seen that in the Indian
yeah,
community, and that doesn't end well.
yeah, I think now that there's this whole change going on in the world, I think people's focus, it might change how they feel about work. That can change people's like vision on things too. But hey,
Definitely.
it's all good. It's all for good, and we'll see
Yeah.
how it goes. But yeah, man, things definitely a lot of things you could say could be changing for the
Yes.
future generations, right?
Right.
And for our community, for sure, dude. I think just trying to be positive for our people is what we need right now. Just more, just positive, showing that there's support there. Just we got to show them where it is. I think that's the
Definitely.
thing, because
I
sometimes
think.
you're in front of a laptop and you're like, damn, where can I need help with this or guidance? and it feels better at least from people that understand maybe where you're coming from, right?
Yes.
So just trying to the resources out there that's really gonna be good stuff, good sources. Because I've looked online for sources,
Yes.
and sometimes it leads you to a dead end. It
Yeah.
leads you to just like and you're like, man, it's not what I'm looking for. Maybe you need a little bit more support, and because I feel a lot of our people are just lost. They don't know what to do.
No,
And
you're right.
especially in the changing of economic times or whatever, it's always good to know where you can have some success. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So, but yeah, brother, I enjoy you. I think I called last time. I was asking you if you still do the Uber
Yeah.
Eats. 'Cause that's my
Yeah. I
right now.
remember
That's
on
good.
Mikey's show,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I think so. But yeah, man. I mean, this all right for now. That's all I do is Uber, and it's because it's tough. The market to get a job is tough because, in my opinion, I've applied so many times, and it just seems from all the rejections I've got, I just feel like it's tough. It's more like we need them; they don't need us, kind of stuff. They have, especially in California. There's so many people. There's always people looking for work, so it's not like shortage of people. I think it's just
Yeah.
it's that market where you just have to find a job. And like I said, it's
You're
not
right.
easy.
You're right.
Sometimes
You're definitely right.
it's your
And
network. You got to know your network.
yeah, you definitely do. I mean, and the good thing about that is that you're always showing up for your kids. That part too.
Yeah, that too. For the kids at the end, it's for them. To see what you could try to get them in the good schools and like those academies. Those kids academies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean,
Shit, the
that's.
kids are gonna be smarter. Hey, the kids are gonna be smarter than us, huh?
I
Yeah.
hope so. That's the goal.
I
That
know,
is the
right? That's the
goal.
goal, right?
Because, like I tell
Yeah, but
everybody, when we take over all this land with our population, with our children, they're gonna be the ones running this country. They're gonna be the ones in the positions of power. It's not
and you
gonna
know
be
what
the
I think
European
also, bro.
Americans.
But you know what the thing is too. At the end of the day, bro, learning how to be to try to be like teaching the kids about united because no matter what, we can't run away from each other. You know what I mean?
No, we can't.
Learning how to work together, but at the same time, where there's a balance. It can't just
Yes.
be one sided.
No.
That's the difficult part where everything's balanced. There's no rich or poor class. Because at the end of the day, that's what everyone fights it for, and ultimately dies for, trying to do
Yeah.
your thing. And when people are just having a rob and all that, there's something wrong, you know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
bad things happening. You wonder, is it mental health? Or is it there's something going on that it's just damn, it's just tough for some people and you want to help those people out? I mean,
Definitely.
that's the heart that I have, not everyone has the
Hey,
same.
Norbeez, can you still hear me?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There you are, Jay. Yeah, I can see hear you, man.
Okay. Hey, you know what? Something that I want to point out as well, because these people either they don't care about history or they just don't know their history.
Mm.
But
Yeah,
it
that's the
seems
thing.
because it seems that people don't understand, right? They want to compare Mexico and the United other countries, right? But then, for example, let's just say, I don't know, Central America and Mexico, right? Well,
Right.
what's a perfect example? How they're saying, well, you can't fly flags in Mexico. Mexico won't put up with that shit. But these people are either, like I said, too stupid that they don't know history, or they just don't like the history or whatnot. But the reason for that, bro, right? And the reason that argument doesn't work is because, like I said, of the history that Mexico and the United States has,
Yes.
being that being that we, right, us Mexicanos, we were in the United States, right? What's the United States now, though, right?
Yes.
So we've been here, you know.
Yes.
Central Americans didn't get to the United States till what, the 80s, the 70s, some shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can't use that, bro. And what I gotta say for people that say, well, yeah, but that's in the past, that's history. Well, I wonder if they would agree with me saying that uh or if they would say it right, that the Old Testament means nothing to the New Testament in the Bible, because
Oh,
because it's mainly Bible thumpers, that use this argument. So, by their own,
wait,
in
say
the
that
Old
again. Say that
Testament is
again. You
bullshit.
cut
The
you
New
off on that
Testament,
last part.
yeah, that people are too stupid, right? And I wonder if they would agree that the Old Testament, and you know what, they might, just might. The Old Testament is bullshit to the New Testament and the Bible because it's mainly Bible thumpers, right? That are pushing this narrative
Ah,
of go back to your country, deport everybody. Yeah, so I don't know. Again, I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy, but uh, you know, I like to say this. I like to say, well, imagine if I go. Let's just use me and you as an example, Norbeez, right?
yes.
Let's just say I go into your house, right, into your property, into your
Ah,
fence line, just per se, right?
yeah.
I go in there and then I kick you and your family out,
All right.
right? And then I say, this is my house. I'm gonna make the rules here. Would you ever stop trying to get back into your property?
Nope. I'm gonna make sure my descendants follows in my footsteps.
You know what I mean? So, and there's people that use this little analogy like, well, if you like illegals, leave your doors open, leave your refrigerators open. Well, yeah, motherfucker, but let's go a step back. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Let me go into your fucking property and kick you the fuck out along with your family, wife, and kids. See if you won't, like I said, see if you'll ever stop trying to get back. And that's what's going on right now. You know,
yeah.
whether people want to admit it or not, or whether they realize that that's what it is, bro. That's why all these fucking analogies or examples of Mexico, you can't fly. That's changing. That's moving the goalposts, and that's changing the dynamic of the conversation, of the situation, of the topic. And it's games, bro. It's these little political games that people are playing.
Yeah.
But the history, that's what's important. The history of Mexico and the United States. That's why you can't compare it to any other country.
And that is an interesting topic that you brought up about people saying that, well, if you like them so much, why don't you let them in your homes?
Right.
And for me, and this is something that I'm definitely good, and I'm giving away things that I'm gonna bring up at that panel. But I'll let them have this so they could come up with maybe to counter me on this. All right. If you are such an American and have so much love for the American people, your fellow citizens, how many homeless people have you let into your home?
Mhm.
How many of them have you let put a bed, put a pillow for your fellow citizen because you make yourself out to seem that you will do anything for your fellow American because you love America. They're America. You're supposed to help your fellow man, your fellow citizen. How many homeless people, because that is a crisis right now going on in America, how many of them do you have in your home? And if
I'll,
they tell
I'll,
me I'm not gonna let a homeless person in, well then don't tell me that to let immigrants into my home. Because if you're not willing to help out your fellow man, your fellow American man, then don't ask me to take in immigrants because you're asking me to do something that you wouldn't do for your own people. Am I right or am I
Norby,
wrong?
That's true.
I'll
That's
one
true.
up you. I'll one up you.
Go for it.
What you can ask these people, what are you doing for the homeless veterans that
Mm,
fought in wars for you to be able to have the rights that you're enjoying now? Because the majority of the people that are speaking up against the raza, they haven't laced up any fucking boots to go to war for the rights. They're
yeah,
just freeloading the rights.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, can you guys
So
hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you,
yeah,
man.
we can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I was gonna say, you know what matters too? Who's like in California? Who's making the decisions to help out the people? We need people in there with those hearts of humility and all that. That's what I think is missing in
Definitely.
those political those hearts. Because I know people can say you can't be soft, but that's why you can have people that are soft and some people whatever. If you want to have war minds or whatever you want to have.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you.
Yeah, I can hear
Oh,
you.
because I hear it echo. My bad.
Yeah, I'm hearing an echo
Yeah,
too
just
now.
saying, having that heart, people that have that heart and they have the ability with the money or whatever you need to do, what you got to do to help crisis going on with like homelessness.
Yes.
Just those people that have those heart. That's what we need to find to put in those positions.
Definitely.
But
Oh, we really
at
do.
the end of the day, bro, like I said, it's just people that are not with the gente, right? And they'll use any excuse.
Yeah.
Can you
Jay, I'm
guys still
hearing
hear
you
me?
a little far away. Are you using the same mic or a different mic?
Same mic, same mic. Oh, hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second.
It's
Let me
like
see. Is it
echo.
clear? Let me see.
Or how now?
I'm still in the UC. You got me?
Okay, I see the U. Yeah, I see the UC.
All right. How about now?
Yeah, yeah, we're good.
I'm back. Okay. Yeah, no, I was gonna say that these people are just pulling excuses out of their ass, bro. And look, so what are they saying? They're saying you shouldn't be waving a foreign flag. You should be waving the American flag. But if these people were waving American flags, then what would they say? Well, look at what you guys are making us look. But you know what? Not even that, because what our gente would look like, they would look the same way that on January 6th, that those motherfuckers were waving the American flag.
Yeah.
That's the same way that our gente would look like. Like buffoons waving American flags, storming the Capitol.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean. So, like I said, again, I just go with the common sense, and I just go with the hypocrisy. You know what I mean?
No, and it's definitely there.
Um, but
I
I
would say though that I'm not I'm never really said that I was against the people that did the January 6th thing.
right, no, no, no. But I'm just saying for the ones that are for the ones that are not willing to stand with the gente. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And uh, it's funny that like I said, they'll just talk about don't wave the Mexican flag, wave the American flag,
Right?
and like as an example of January 6th, like you know what I mean, like
And you know what? I think it's another issue.
Yeah.
what's up?
Just how maybe some people are misunderstood. You might think they don't got your back, but then they really do have your back. You know what I mean?
Mm. Okay. Give us an
But
example.
because you know why? Because think about it. Anyone that backs up the raza, no matter what, people look at them in a negative light. Let's say if you're a politician or someone, you have a name out there, and then you try to say something to support immigrants or whatever, it ruins your whole name. So that's why you have to really be careful. People have to be careful, but where they stand in politics. But that's what I'm saying. At the same time, people misunderstanding who's on whose side and stuff like that. The agenda.
All right. Oh, I could
But
see myself again.
that's why we need to know who to go to, where to go, to what's their objectives, right?
Yeah, it's just crazy, bro. It's just like, again, I said, it's just crazy. It's like um put illegals, right? That the only crime they've committed is coming to the country illegally, and it's like put them in Guantanamo Bay, but let these killers, murderers, gang members out of the shoe programs. How the fuck does that work? You know what I mean?
I'm on Norbeez live right now. Close this door, baby.
Hello, hello.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. Can you read me?
Yeah, it's just an echo, bro. I don't know if I got to call back, but I just have an echo going on.
All right, I'm sorry about that. I kind of I had to reload this and it got all messed up again. But you guys could hear me, right?
Yeah, it's just an echo.
Yeah, I
On
can
my
hear
end,
you.
actually, I hear echo. Do you hear echo?
I do hear the echoes,
I
but I was already hearing echoes. Jay, do you hear echoes?
I don't hear an echo. No, I don't hear no echo.
Okay, so anonymous, do you have me of as a speaker or Bluetooth?
Yeah, I have your Bluetooth, my Bluetooth earpiece, but it was working earlier. Let me call back. I'm gonna call. I'm
All
gonna
right,
go back
all
to
right,
the
sounds
chat.
good. All right, all right, Jay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, but no echoes, right?
No, no echo on my end.
Well, hopefully everybody else can hear us and not hear echoes.
Hey, man, but whenever you're on that meeting, bro, just don't let people change the dynamic or the focus of your message, and don't let them move the goalpost on you, because people are pretty good at that, bro. People are pretty good at not answering questions, tap dancing around questions,
Yeah,
and
You
don't
hear
give us
me?
too much right
yeah,
now.
we can hear you, man.
I don't know what your message is gonna be, um, but definitely don't let them change the dynamic, especially by just generalizing everybody, right? Because what's being said is, um, well, if you were against Trump, then uh, you're for criminals in your community, and it's
Yes,
like that's not even the case, bro. You know what I mean? Like we can use that. I can use that for Trump supporters as well. You know what I mean?
yes.
So
I'll definitely make sure not to do that. I mean, he's got one heavy hitter that I am looking forward to talk with.
yeah, man.
And that's gonna be the Lennox. I think his nick is Lennox. I don't know. You're familiar with him?
Lexit.
Lexit. There you go. Lexit.
Yeah, bro. I mean, that's another dude that I don't know how you could proclaim God, bro. I don't know how you could sleep at night. Honestly, I don't know how these motherfuckers sleep at night. Um,
Yes.
having that Bible hot under their fucking armpit, and still, because like I said before, um, the, uh, the biggest commandment, or right, is love thy neighbor as thy love thyself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, by you agreeing with mass deportation, then you're kind of going against that commandment or that rule. So, what's more important, living by man's rules or living by God's rules? You
That's
know?
gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely looking forward to hearing that and what he has
Yep.
to say about that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. Because
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right.
I believe that being pro-Trump is being anti-God. Honestly,
I mean, it sometimes it feels that way.
I mean, we gotta call a spade a spade.
Yes.
You know?
Definitely going to be interesting, you know, that whole conversation. So I'm really looking forward to see what goes on and what's brought up and where we end up at the end, because I really don't want us just calling each other's names and just being angry at each other. I really do want to find some type of common ground.
I don't think
Yeah,
there's
we
any.
all have
I
things
don't think there's
to
any
work and
common
all that.
ground, bro. I honestly think the division is there. It's evident. If you're Chicano, you're on one side. If you feel for the raza, for the paisa, for the Mexicano, then you're
Yeah.
on the other side, and that's what it is, and that's what it came down to. You know what I
I,
mean?
yeah, you're right. I believe that. But yeah.
So
All
so
right, guys. Well, I'm gonna end this thing already because it's already like 10:17. We've been on for like almost 2 hours, I think. Oh, actually, an hour and 45 minutes. But I want to thank you both for being part of this experiment with this new program that I'm trying to figure out. There's clearly some kinks I need to work out.
it worked out though. It
Yeah,
worked
you
out.
can do it, Norbeez. You can do it.
All right, guys. Aside from that, I will see you guys in the next one. And thanks for joining me in this one, guys. So I'm going to let you guys go. And thank you for jumping into this live with me. I appreciate you both and anybody else that tried.
Y
Yeah,
viva
for sure,
México,
Norbeez.
cabrones.
Hey.
Hey, que vive la raza. What's wrong, baby? Okay.
Let me unmute myself. All right, so that was interesting. This has been cool trying out this program. I'm really hoping to, really learn how to use it properly so that I could teach it to others. This is the one thing that I do enjoy about this podcast world, that if there's somebody out there that wants to learn how to use these things and wants another alternative to other things that they don't have the funds for, if I could find a way for them to get it for free, I'm gonna figure it out, and then I'm gonna teach it to them so they can use it. I definitely learned a lot of things through just what's that saying? Pretty much just pushing a bunch of buttons. I learned a lot pushing a bunch of buttons today. I learned a lot about this program. There's definitely a lot of things I got to figure out in it. But for the most part, it's a great program. You guys saw that it works pretty well. I never really tested it out completely with this kind of setup. So hopefully, when the next time I come back here live, I would hopefully have it a lot more tuned. And I definitely got to get back to Sunny so I could help him out and teach him how to really use this also. I drink Fiji. And I drink Fiji because it's one of the drinks that actually has, aside from Evian, it has minerals. That's the one thing they don't teach you when you grow up. You're supposed to actually drink minerals, because back in the days when people drank fresh water from the waterfalls, from the rivers, that water was good for us. And those minerals that we got from those waters actually helped our health. We need those minerals. So that being said, you guys should definitely be taking mineral water. Technically, Evian's the best because Evian is a good balance with minerals. But if you don't want to buy bottles like that, then I would suggest, if you have a water filter, when you drink your water, add some salt to it. Salt is a mineral. Or if you could find a way to inject different minerals in there, that would help. Carla Hernandez, yes, I did. Fiji Island poop water. You know what? I met people from Fiji, and they told me personally they hate the company because they pretty much hog all their water. So shout out to the people of Fiji. Avian is delicious. Yes, Lattice. I actually do like Avian more, especially when it's on sale. People get Evian because the mineral content in there, I would say, is better than Fiji. And you need minerals. That's the thing I hate about our school system. They never tell you need to actually drink these minerals to help your body work properly. So aside from that, let me read some of these chats. Let's see. Jose says crickets. Kent también says echoes. All right, Zapata 100. Hang up on the. All right, Lada said, let's think about the future of our country and not fall victim to social justice BS. Oh yeah, I hear you on that one. You need gigawatts, more gig. All right, Norway drinks only smart water. You know what? I actually once I found out that the company Smart Water, they pretty much just do exactly what I just told you to do, which is just add the minerals. That's not, I don't know, because they get to choose what kind of minerals they put in their water. Whereas if you get fresh water that's natural from a natural source, then you're going to get all types of minerals in there. Let's see. Norbeez, your opinion on people that say this. Norbeez, your opinion on people that say this used to be Mexico. Let's see. Great. My opinion on people that say it used to be, say, Mexico. Well, I'll like Jay say, I'll one up it. This used to be all native land. There was no Mexico. I mean, there were tribes, but none of these tribes said, well, this whole area is called this. They might have said this is the land of their tribe. But for the most part, there were no countries. There were no borders. We lived where we lived. We populated where we populated. And for the most part, I mean, some people would say, well, they were killing each other back then. You could say that, but I mean, how is that any different for any part of the world at that time? Look, when you look at Rome, what they were doing with the gladiators, the Colosseums, and the sacrifices, I mean, they were doing that and much worse because not only were they killing each other, they made it into games that are now basketball, football, even soccer. And they're not murdering each other anymore, but they are definitely there to distract us from the reality that we're really living in, to ignore the elites and what they're doing while we're distracted watching these games. So for the most part, I don't think people can say, well, this used to be, well, you know what? This used to be just these lands that these brown people populated. They weren't out for gain. They weren't trying to create these smart cities, these modern cities. They weren't trying to be richer than the next one. They were just here living life, being spiritual, bathing, because that was something that they didn't really practice back there in Europe. Bathing, brushing their teeth. You guys got to consider, we're the ones that helped the European Americans live longer. We helped them. They learned from us. We continue to teach them. Democracy exists because of raza, because of the people, because of Mexicans. Had the Mexicans not whooped the French ass back in the day, the French people would not have been able to overtake their king, their queen, their Napoleons. They wouldn't be able to do any of that stuff if it weren't for the Mexican people. They inspired them. Look, these people beat our military overseas. They came back half of what they left. Now is the time to take back our country. We helped them take back their country. We helped them find democracy. We helped them build these cities that they have now. we're continuously changing these cities, these states. It hasn't stopped. We haven't stopped. And eventually, we will be the majority all around. Our children would run these cities. Our children would run the states. Our children will run the federal government. And eventually, our children will run these two continents. Why? Because we're having babies like rabbits. And they've done everything they can for the last, I want to say maybe 100, 150 years to reduce our population in this country. They've done it all. They sterilized our males. They did hysterectomies on our females. They made laws that would get us locked up. They created drugs that would also pretty much take us out from society and make us criminals and really go crazy because we get addicted to it. They put liquor stores in every corner of our neighborhoods to make sure that liquor is always accessible to us anywhere we are at home. You go to the north side or the west side, any side where it's the majority of the population is European American, and there's no liquors there. Some of them don't even sell liquor at all. Some of them made laws to prevent the sale of liquor. But not in our areas. Not where brown people and black people are. You'll see liquors like Starbucks. They're in every freaking corner. And that wasn't by mistake. That was intentional. Just like the way they brought crack. It was intentional. All of these things are intentional. Why? To reduce our population, to keep our population down. And I know people are going to say, some people say, well, you're just being playing a victim. The white man's not out to get you, you know. No, they are, because there are literal laws and policies that say they want our population to go down. They want us to go to jail. They want to kick us out of this country, even though we were born here. So when people say the system's not out to get you, yes, the system is out to get you. Learn your history. Find the times in history where they attempt to either get rid of us or send us out of here. Let's see. Chief Warhorse says he has a question. Go ahead, Chief. Let's see. Lada says we can make some pretty babies with those Central South American Latins. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. And speaking about Central America, mind you guys, Central America was part of Mexico at one point. But when that one dude wanted to take over Mexico and make it into a monarchy, the ones that were in charge of Central America, the Spaniards that were in charge of those places, they all decided to get together and pull out of Mexico and become their own countries. That's all of Central America. Before they became Central America was part of Mexico. That was part of Mexico. Let's see. Fuck your feelings, straight facts. Yes, sir. Thank you. P-Dog. But Trump would deport all y'all red cat. I can think that goes to Lattice. But so are our people, no? So are our people. What do you mean, Jose? Carla says, I wrote the wrong to be in the KKK, etc. Quien te importa says, Texas food's favorite authentic Mexican restaurant, Casa Bonita. Is that true? Carla says, just know the game so you don't get played. Facts. Zapata Vive says, you whitewashed, you lose your brown card, period. Carla Hernandez says, Maximilian France. Yes, Maximilian. From what I remember, he was the one that they chose so that he could start the monarchy here. And well, not here, but in Mexico. Well, actually, no, technically Mexico, because this area was at that time still part of Mexico also. Jaime, if it wasn't for Texas foods, cans wouldn't be recycled. Ouch. Quien te importa says Casa Bonita. Casa Bonita. Oh, man. Native indigenous sites, yes. Haifu says facts after every sermon in church service. All right, guys. Well, I mean, I hope I managed to, enlighten you, give you some info. I'm glad that I'm appreciative of everybody that, came in and tested this program out with me because, without test subjects, how are we going to figure out if we're doing it right? Aside from that, risky business. Apparently, I'm the disrespectful one. Can't have me the town hall. I'm sure it's not that. I'm sure it's something else. Oh, I don't know. That one you threw at Nino, that was pretty wild, Jay. I'll tell you that much. Jose Zapata. Yoli, El Norbeez. Adios. Adios, Yoli. Thank you. I appreciate you. Viva el Trompas. Yes. Laughing at Jay. France received cannons from the U.S. Civil War. I wouldn't be surprised about that. History is very important, people. History is very important because it really does show you what's to come. It really does show you what's to come because, I mean, we're at a point again where we are being taxed without representation. Because I'll tell you this much, a lot of these politicians are definitely not representing us. And how they're getting in those positions of power, that's another good question right there. But we're back at those places. Even America is back in that place. Like, that's why Trump is there. I mean, dare I say, Trump might even be the George Washington of our era. He might be the one that says, you know what? I don't think the U.S. is doing that well. Let's take over everything and create new laws. Who knows? I mean, he is trying to take Canada after all. And most recently, today, he announced that he wants to take Gaza for the United States and not let Israel take it. I thought that was pretty shocking news. I thought that was pretty shocking news to hear Trump say, you know what, we're going to take Gaza, we're going to rebuild it, and Gaza will belong to the U.S. That was crazy. That actually made me say, whoa, what do you say? And mind you, Netanyahu was literally right next to him. And Netanyahu looked at him and went like this. Because I don't think he knew Trump was going to say that also. I mean, I don't like the idea that the U.S. would take Gaza for itself. But I would say this. If it will save Palestinian lives, I mean, I rather the U.S. have it than, Israel have it. And that's just my opinion. Because like I said, if it'll save Palestinian lives for us to take Gaza and hopefully let them live there, I don't know. That might not be such a bad thing because unfortunately the Palestinian people are not able to hold off the Israelis. And for Trump to claim the Holy Land for the U.S., well, I'm not going to lie. That might give him some brownie points right there. He would be the only president to claim the Holy Land for the U.S. Let's hear for taking calls right now. Yeah, that was crazy news about Gaza. Yes, Carlos, it was crazy news. Trump moves like a boss. Ladis, you know what? He does because he is a boss, and I respect him for being a boss. I would say one thing, though, and this is just me. Had Trump just kept his mouth shut and just do what he had to do, I don't think things would have escalated the way they did. But He has a big mouth. He says things in the moment. And he starts shit. But, you know, it is what it is. That's Trump. And and it's only been a month. Not even a month. It's only been like 2 weeks. Less than 2 weeks since he's been in power. And he's done a lot already. But shit. It's getting wild out there, people. It's getting wild out there. And I would definitely say we definitely should have our own little backup plans. You know, like Marvelous said, get yourself a generator. Make sure you have plenty of water bottles. Make sure you have enough toilet paper before everybody goes crazy and starts buying them all again. Make sure you have canned foods that will last. Be ready because it's getting wild and very unpredictable. I mean, it's a good thing and a bad thing, but for the most part, it's always a good thing to be ready and prepared for anything that might happen. Aside from that, guys, thank you everyone that joined us today. All you, the live chat, especially the live chat, because you already know I have a ton more love for you guys than anybody else on YouTube. So aside from that, hopefully I'll be going live with Marvelous soon because right now he's in a moving arrangement, so I gotta check up with him and see how that's going, and so hopefully we could go live this week. With Tony A, we might do Freaky Tales later this week also. So I'm aside from that, you know what? I'm in this podcast world. I'm having the time of my life, being able to do something that I enjoy, and being a part of other people's platforms to let me talk. That they allow me, they let me be part of their platform. So shout out to all of them, Chicano Tube, even Nino America. I haven't been on live with him. He has gone live with me once here, I believe. But shout out to him and shout out to everybody that has, allowed me to be part of their platforms because, they don't have to put me up there. They do. So I definitely appreciate that. I appreciate you guys for being here, helping me because you guys are really a part of this platform. If there was ever a platform that was really just for you guys, it would be you guys because I enjoy having you guys. I enjoy talking with you guys. I enjoy you guys just being part of this channel the way you are. Whereas with other channels, it's mostly whatever is on there, and we're all watching together. I'm with you guys watching them too. But for the most part, thank you to everybody that came through tonight. I appreciate you. Much love to you guys. Blessed to your families. And I will see you on the next one, okay?